who are able to attend. So I think it's pretty neat. Oh, Ansley's here.
Are you ready to, should we just admit people right when they come on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Ansley. Hi, how are you guys?
Hey, Ansley.
Hi. Happy homecoming.
Thank you. Happy homecoming. Wish that we were meeting in person, so.
I don't recognize that one.
I don't recognize those two.
Question, when people sign in, where are they signing in from?
They're logging in from the virtual homecoming attendee hub.
No, I know that, but Ainsley, where are you physically?
Physically, I'm in Georgia right now, in the North Georgia mountains. So, yes, sir. My family, we recently moved up here a couple months ago, so we've been getting settled into our new house and everything. So it's been nice to help my family move. So, yes.
Your folks, hello.
We were just in Clayton, Georgia.
Oh, really? Okay. It's like the other side, I guess. It's towards Alabama.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. What were you guys doing in Clayton?
Hey, Rena.
Jane, you're muted.
Oh, I'll unmute her.
There. Now am I unmuted? Okay.
You know how empowering it is for me to be able to mute and unmute you, Jane?
Oh, you're such a smarty. Now Wayne wants that. Wayne wants that power. Oh boy. Maybe I should take the hat off. I thought that would be something, but maybe not.
Here's Dr. Rolke. Rena, do you have suggestions on the ones we don't? Hey, Dr. Rolke.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Rolke.
You want to see the place?
Yes. And oh, Dr. Rolke, this is my husband, Wayne, right here. Oh, yes.
Very nice.
Get me on the tour. It looks familiar, though. Sure does.
So there's the piano.
Yes, yes. Hello.
It's an honor and a privilege to be residing here. It really is. And I know the J. Ollie Edmunds family was the first Stetson president to reside in it, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. Correct.
Yep. So I don't know if you want to see other stuff, but
Oh, no. I love it. Oh, look at there.
it's coming together.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that gives me a great idea. Similar to what Jackie O did back in the day. I'm thinking in these days of social distancing, a tour of the first family's house, newly renovated, might be a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a lovely home, and the West Volusia Historical Society, which Jane, you'll know, is right around the corner.
Yes.
Has done a very interesting chapter on the history of the home, which I'll send to you.
Oh, good.
I
I would love to see that. Thank you.
Yes, I'll send it to you. And
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. Well, good morning, everyone. Everybody's getting smaller.
We're getting a lot more people.
Yes, yes.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. Hi. This is wonderful.
We have
here too.
folks joining every minute. We'll start just maybe about 1 minute after
Okay.
9.
Okay. Who's the ding ding?
Rena, you said folks know to email you if they're having issues, because there are 3 people I don't.
Yes, I got it covered.
Okay.
Yep. I do have a question for the current scholars. We have someone in the waiting room named Stetson Hatterathon. Do you think that might be a current Edmunds scholar?
That could be Peter.
Okay, let me go ahead and admit him. Hi, Danielle. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
It's so good to see your faces.
Gosh, there's so many people.
It's fun to see all y'all. Lots of fun. Hi, y'all. Oh, man.
This is the benefit of doing virtual homecoming, right? We get to have so many more people. Hi, Amy.
Hey.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
So who's the furthest west that had to get up the earliest to get on?
Could be Jeff Hamrick. If,
That's Jeff.
So,
yeah,
Jeff, I don't see him yet.
Well, he's got an excuse.
it is 6 a.m. his time out in San Francisco. Leah, I've seen so much of you lately.
Yeah.
Eric from Ohio.
Hey, Eric, how are you?
Hey, everybody.
Hi.
Happy Saturday. Happy homecoming. Great
Yeah.
to see you.
Good to see you guys. Yeah. Hey, Michaela.
How are you guys?
Hi, Michaela.
Hi, Michaela.
Sammy's there. We have a good group.
We sure do.
Oh,
It's wonderful.
Sammy. Okay.
Thank y'all for spending so much to fly here.
The airplane flights are really tough, huh?
Here comes
Easiest
Wyatt.
travel to homecoming I could ever imagine.
We still got more people joining, so we'll keep admitting them for another minute and then we'll get started.
I
Okay.
just added my Stetson virtual background, so now I'm actually on campus.
There's
There we go.
Sammy. That's great.
I think if I flip it sideways, then you'll be able to see more. Yeah, there you go. You see more of the trees.
Interesting. We have some non-Edmunds scholar alumni still interested in joining us.
Yes.
Who wouldn't want to be part of the clan, right?
That's a great family.
Matt Sweeney.
Where's Matt?
Welcome, Matt.
Camilo.
Where's Matt Sweeney? I'm looking. Wave your hand, Matt Sweeney. Oh, hey, Matt. I didn't recognize you. And look at there. Oh, boy.
Okay. We have a couple other people who will be joining us shortly. But welcome, everybody. We are so excited to be here this morning on this bright, beautiful, sunny Florida morning. Wherever you all are around the globe, welcome. We're so glad to see your wonderful faces. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Rena Tovar Arroyo. I'm the Assistant Vice President for Development here on campus. And before we begin, I want to go over a few Zoom etiquettes. So even though you entered through the homecoming portal, you're in a Zoom call. So most of you know all of this, but your camera and your microphone settings are controlled by you. So when you're not talking, if you can just keep your microphone muted, that way it avoids any of the interference and that type of thing. Feel free to use the chat box while we're in here, but today's reunion is going to go very much like it normally does when we're here in person. Hi, Danny. Hi, everybody who just joined. And Jane and Mike are going to have you all give updates of your lives so we can connect like we normally do in person. We don't anticipate any problems this morning, but if we do have a technical problem, you will re-enter the session just like you got on this morning. So I don't think there will be any problems, but if there's a glitch, that's how you would re-enter. And this morning, we are very excited to have a special guest with us who is actually not a guest anymore because he is here, he is live. Chris Rolke, Dr. Chris Rolke is our 10th president. And I am so, so pleased to tell you that he has taken this campus just so beautifully. The faculty are loving him, the staff, the alumni. He's got an incredible combination of heart and head. And he's a tremendous leader. And we've all been very, very grateful to follow his lead through this actually difficult time. So Chris is here to say a few words of welcome this morning. And then, as you know, we have a lot of homecoming events, so he'll have to pop off after a while. But Chris, welcome.
Thank you so very much. It's actually an honor to be here. The Edmunds Novak families have had an extraordinary legacy and continue to have an extraordinary legacy at Stetson University. And Rena, that was way too generous. I think it's really more a function of being in the honeymoon period as it is opposed to any particular dispositions or skills that I might bring. But it is, in fact, the greatest honor and privilege of my life to be serving as number 10. And for Edmunds scholars out there, you might be interested to know that I am chiming into you today, tuning in from 418 North Woodland Boulevard, right across the street from Elizabeth Hall. And I believe there's people on this call that grew up in this house, which I think is just so exciting, and it's just awesome. And again, it's also an honor and a privilege to reside here. And I look forward to getting to meet you personally when this crazy pandemic finally subsides. And again, I'm very, very grateful for the opportunity. And you are great ambassadors. The Edmunds scholars are incredible ambassadors for Stetson. And I saw all these smiling faces on the screen, and it just made me feel grateful. So again, thank you so very much. Thank you for inviting me. I am sorry that I cannot stay because I'm like quadruple booked on homecoming. But I do want to say a sincere thank you to the Edmunds Novak family. And again, welcome to all the scholars.
Thanks, Dr. Rolke. Okay, so Mike and Jane, will turn it over to you.
Yeah, great. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm glad you all could be here. We have so many people, so we don't have a lot of time to let everyone speak for a long time. So I'm going to start with the current scholars, and Peter and then Hunter, and work our way down to freshmen. And really, they're going to give a little update on what they're doing this semester, what's going on, and what their plans are. And then we're going to hold it to about 2 or 3 minutes. And then we'll jump into some of the alumni. And the alumni, you can go in whatever order you would like, but if it slows down, I'll jump in and call a name so we can keep things moving. But Peter, if you can go ahead and start for us, please.
Hey, Peter, before you begin, I just wanted to let everybody know I saw Ann Edmunds join as well. So Ann is here in addition to Wayne and Jane. And anybody else from the family that I didn't see here?
I don't see her, but where is she?
Ernie's in the background.
Oh, there she is.
Hi, Ernie. Hi, Ann. All right. Thanks. Okay, Peter, you're up.
Hi, everybody. I'm Peter Grubel. I'm one of the 2 senior Edmunds scholars. Just wanted to say hi to Leah, Sally, and Matt quickly, and everyone else that I don't know. But last year I studied abroad in Spain. Was really excited about that. I know we talked briefly about that in the spring when we actually got to see each other all together. But that was a really cool experience that I was very excited to have. Then after that, I've become the finance director for Hatterthon, which is super exciting this year because this is our 5th year and we're trying to expand the program, really focusing on sponsorships, and we're getting really close to getting a hero sponsor for the event, which is going to be the first time that Hatterthon has actually had a sponsor the event. And if we get that sponsorship secured, we'll have gained more in sponsorship than we have in the past 4 years combined, which is super exciting. I am a behavioral statistics teaching assistant. That takes up a good amount of time, more time than you'd think, helping students kind of learn different skills and different things that are taught in class. And then also I am a Safer Stetson champion. I don't know if anyone thinks that's funny, but that is my official job title. And I am taking temperature for people in the Welcome Center. And I think I actually had President Rolke's staff ID in my hands before he came and got it. So that's kind of a brief update on me. But yeah, I'm super excited about finishing this year strong. And it's different, but it's exciting. That's for sure.
Okay. Who's next?
Hunter, go ahead and jump in.
Hey everyone, I am the other senior Edmunds scholar, Hunter Wilkins. I am an organizational behavior, which is a self-design major here at Stetson. I know I can speak for Peter and I both when I say that we are very sad and nostalgic This has been a great 4 years for both of us. I know I've learned so much, and I'm so thankful for all the lessons both Stetson and the Novaks and Edmunds have taught me over these few short years. In terms of what was going on in my life over this last year, obviously it was a political cycle. And as some of you know, I work on quite a few campaigns. So this last cycle, I ran 10 races here in Florida, 9 of which won, 1 of which lost. So it was a very busy time for me, but also very encouraging to see the result at the end of the tunnel. At Stetson, I've still been fairly involved with different Christian organizations like Campus Outreach and FCA. And I know that although, like I said, I am nostalgic and I am sad, I am really enjoying this last year, and it's going to be sad to leave for sure. So I just wanted to say thank you to both Wayne and Jane and Ann and everyone else that made this possible for me and for Peter.
Hi guys, I'm Ansley. I am the junior Edmunds Scholar, which is really weird to say. I can't believe that I'm this old. I am currently an international relations major, which is a self-design major I've created through the honors program. That's still in the process of being approved, but I should hear the final results on November 15th, so I'm kind of nervous but excited about that. Currently, all of my courses are online, so I've been doing data entry for a couple of law firms in the state of Georgia, so that's been really interesting. I've been drafting like HIPAAs, powers of attorney, and then advanced directives, so that's been really, really cool to just be able to be mentored by a couple of attorneys in the state, because that is something that I'm interested in pursuing. I've also started doing some flight training just for fun, which has been really exciting because I spent a lot of time in big jets, and so it's been really cool to get to fly in smaller planes and just, I guess, see how that is. It's become more of a hobby for me, which has been really interesting. I'm hoping to get my private pilot's license. So that's me. That's been my semester so far. It's great to see everyone, and thank you so much.
Yes, I'm next. My name is Chloe DeYoung. I'm one of the sophomore current Edmunds scholars. I am majoring in molecular biology, and there's a couple of things going on right now for me. Recently, I was just chosen to be an assistant coordinator, or AC, for Focus, which is super exciting because I was Focus leader last year and I loved it, and now I'm an AC. I've been doing this internship with clinical trials for like Alzheimer's and dementia, and I recently got promoted to be a research assistant, so I'll get to start my own little project with a non-invasive test for Alzheimer's. So that's really exciting, get to do my own clinical trial. And then what else? Let's see. This summer, I got accepted to go to Santiago, Chile. Actually a program that Jamie, shout out in here, told me about, and I'll get to like shadow a bunch of doctors, and it'll all be in Spanish, and I actually just got like a little scholarship for it yesterday, so that'll help. Let's see. Yesterday I got into ODK, which is the National Leadership Honor Society, and that happened just yesterday, so very exciting. So much. I've been a spy for biology, but next semester I'll be switching over to chemistry, so now still in science, but tutoring for a different subject now. Yeah, I'm very happy to be here. Yes, SPY is a Stetson peer instructor, basically like a tutor, but I host my own classes as well. But I am also very excited for the next 18 days getting done. I finally get to see my family because I'm from Wisconsin. I haven't seen them since July, so I'm super excited to finish up strong. Been very, very busy.
Good morning, everyone. It's great to see so many familiar faces. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Camilla Lillis-Lawton. I'm not sure where everyone's at, but I believe Sally's in Brussels, so good afternoon to Sally. Anyway, what I've been up to, it's been obviously it was a difficult summer for us all, so it was, a lot of time spent at home, so I had to find some things to do virtually, so I ended up lobbying for Amnesty International. We were lobbying, I believe, for a bill in a district, it's funny, where Hunter was actually running his re-election campaign, Representative Rutherford over in Jacksonville. So it was funny, we were lobbying him over the summer, and I was just talking to Hunter about that, so it was just a funny story. Anyway, so we were lobbying for the Peace Act and Justice and Policing Act, so that was a really valuable experience. While I've been on campus so far, I won re-election for my SGA position as a class of 2023 senator, so I'm excited about that. Another thing all of us Edmunds scholars have done is we ran an event actually just over a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. Before the election, it was, I believe, Jane. I saw Jane on the call. We all said hi afterwards. It was a great event. We called it the Edmunds Initiative, and we're going to try to create an event every semester, you know, to bring people together and have important conversations, even in a virtual format. So it was great that we were able to do that. What else am I doing? I am currently a TA for Dr. Hill. He's the chair for the political science department. So I'm enjoying that a lot. Classes are going really well, despite being on an online format. We're all trying to make the best of this. And fortunately, everyone's staying in good health, and it's great to see everyone once again. Thank you all. And yeah.
Hi, everyone. I'm one of the freshman Edmunds scholars, Miranda Beeler. I don't know a majority of y'all, so nice to meet y'all. I'm a mathematics major, and I hope to maybe go into data analytics with that. And I'm actually in contact too with hopefully earning my teacher certification as well while I'm here at Stetson. So I want to go into the education field after I've had a little bit of experience out in the real world with numbers and problems. I'm also hoping to either minor in Spanish or double major. I decided why not go for the big shebang, and I'm actually planning on studying abroad this summer in either Ecuador or Japan. I just got a scholarship from World yesterday to do that. So I'm really looking forward to that, and just my classes are going really well. I've been blessed enough with my schedule to have a lot of them in person actually. So I've been able to meet my professors face to face, really build those connections that I heard Stetson is so famous about. And I just really look forward to all of the opportunities Stetson and the Edmunds scholars can afford me over the years.
Hi everyone, my name is Wyatt Seiss. I am the final freshman Edmunds scholar. And unlike Miranda, I have not been blessed. All of my classes do happen to be online this semester, which is definitely quite a transition and a change, but I would love to thank the faculty and staff for really rallying and offering an incredible online opportunity. I know it must be really hard to figure that out, but regardless of the fact that my classes are online, I've tried to be as involved as possible. I'm a history major, and I'm planning on declaring a Latin American studies minor. I think that's a very important area of the world for geopolitics in the future, and I'm really excited to learn more about it. I am involved in the Omicron Delta Kappa Leadership Fellows Program, so I'm not a member of Omicron Delta Kappa, but I was tapped for a program that would kind of get my foot in the door for leadership opportunities in the future. So I'll be working with people like Chloe and the rest of ODK to kind of learn about all that stuff, which is really interesting. And I also recently joined Phi Alpha Delta Pre-Law Fraternity. So I'm trying to get as involved as possible on campus, and I'm looking forward to working with all these other Edmunds scholars and meeting all of you guys.
Wyatt, did you join another fraternity as well?
Oh yeah, I did. I am a pledge to the Sigma Nu fraternity.
Let's go Sig Nu.
Nu.
Okay, well, those are the current scholars, and so if the alumni would like to jump in, Amy, since you have a baby on your lap, I think you have everyone's attention. Would you like to go first?
Hey,
yeah, sure. Hello, everyone. I must admit I'm feeling old because I got on here and didn't recognize so many people. So I'm very happy to see Maya and Wes and Maureen and Jeff and all these others, Allison joined, so I don't feel like the oldest person in the room alone. But this is Annabelle. this is our newest little hatter. She is 3 months old a couple days ago, but since I don't know so many of you, I'll just give a little background. I graduated Stetson undergrad in 2005, actually with Maya. We were in the same class. When I was at Stetson, I was a religious studies and French double major. I was captain of the women's crew, an editor on the Reporter, and then I went to Stetson Law School. I graduated the law school in 2008 after being editor-in-chief of Law Review, and I now practice in Washington, D.C., currently living there, and I made partner last year at my firm, Latham & Watkins, which is the second largest grossing law firm in the world. So it's a great place to be, but also a very busy place. And then 3 months ago, this little one entered our lives, our first child. So a good time to be in COVID quarantine, because I can't do much else with a newborn anyway. So my friends joke we did not stay 6 feet apart. So, but anyway, so it is great to see all of you. Every day I'm so thankful to the Novaks and the Edmunds families for the opportunities that we have with the scholarship, and so happy to get to see you guys virtually. I probably wouldn't have made it to the actual homecoming, so this is kind of a silver lining for me, I guess, to get to see everyone. So, hello.
Thank you. And any alumni now, just go ahead and jump in. We don't need to go in a particular order, but feel free to jump in.
This is Maya. I'm going to jump in because I don't know how long I can keep this one quiet either. Sometimes the treats work for a little bit, but you never know. Maya Garza, formerly Yankelevich. As Amy mentioned, we were in the same year. And as I was registering, I will admit, last night, it reminded me that it was our 15-year reunion, which I don't know how I couldn't do that basic math. But it kind of did go, whoa, it's been 15 years. So in between graduating and then, I will say one of the beautiful things is I get reminded of our amazing Stetson history and the Edmunds team quite often because we move a lot. My husband is in the military, and so I pack and unpack some of those great things regularly. And it's really nice to kind of have that all come back. So this is Jojo, Jonah, we call him Jojo. He had this busted lip and nose because he started walking yesterday. And I got so excited that I was videotaping him and forgot about the coffee tables that don't mix well with faces. But he's, as you can see, doing well and does love to chat for folks. After Stetson, I went to grad school in Ohio, which was very cold. Got my PhD in industrial organizational psychology. From there, I moved to DC, and I lived there almost 5 years. Amy and I, sadly, we just crossed paths there. It was very sad. When I was living in DC, which I loved, I used to joke that I had 2 rules, which is I'm never leaving DC and I'm never dating anyone in the military because that seems like a silly idea. And I did, and then, that worked out obviously beautifully. And I've lived in Charleston and San Diego since then, and back in Florida again. And, you never know what the next adventure will do for us. The beautiful thing with my work is I, after DC, have been working virtually since then. And I work for an amazing company called Better Up. I'm the vice president for behavioral science, and I help bring our mission to life of helping every individual live their lives with clarity, purpose, and passion. And we work with organizations and people within them to transform their businesses and transform their lives to achieve their greatest potential. And it is a whole heck of a lot of fun. So thank you guys. I'm glad I could join you. It's six something. We're in the Seattle area now, so we're very rambunctious. Thank you guys. Lovely to see you.
I'll jump in. I heard a lot of overlap with Maya. My name's Eric Holland. I'm coming in from Columbus, Ohio. And to Maya's point, it is cold here, so I've got a sweater. It's 30-something degrees outside, so I really wish I was in sunny DeLand right now. This is my 10th reunion.
Did we lose Eric, or was it just me?
No, just you.
Uh-oh.
I can hear you, Eric.
I don't have a little baby on my lap to grant everybody a pretty smiling face and attention either. It's my 10th reunion, so I was a 2010 grad from Stetson. I came down south from Louisville, Kentucky. So I grew up in Louisville, spent the 4 years down in DeLand, best 4 years of my life. And thank you, Woody. Thank you, Rena, for putting this on. It's so good to see both of you guys, and no offense to you guys, it's even better, Wayne, Jane, and to see you guys as well. I am such deep gratitude for everything that you gave all of us, I think, on this call. So thank you. It's really good to see everybody here. I've been with SEI Investments Company since I graduated from Stetson. So that moved me up to Philadelphia right after graduation now 10 years ago. It is incredibly hard to believe that it's been 10 years. I head distribution for our advisory business within the company, which basically means I help provide consulting for independent advisors, providing both technology platform and investment services for them. The much more important and much more exciting part of my life is about 5 years ago, I married my wife, who is a fellow Hatter. Ashley, formerly Roth, was a 2011 grad, if anybody else on here knows her. And about a year ago, little over a year ago now, a year and a week ago, we had our first child, our daughter, Taylor. So she is our everything here in Ohio. We've been here for 3.5, 4 years, and she has not yet started walking and falling and hitting her head on the coffee table, but she is inching closer to that point by the day. It would shock me if she's not walking in the next week or so. So again, thank you everybody from the Stetson family and the Edmunds Novak family for being here. And it's great to see some smiling, familiar faces for alumni as well.
I'll go next. Hi, I'm Sarah Smith. I graduated in 2011. These are my 3 kids. This is Nico, Ella, and Blaze. So I am a software engineer, graduated with a computer science degree. Let's see, when I graduated, I joined Google in Atlanta, Georgia. And I got married also right after graduating. And then after a year, our office was shut down. And so we had the option to relocate or quit. But we found a cool position out in Munich, Germany. And my husband was able to find a job there as well. So we, after a year of post-grad marriage and all that, we moved out to Munich. And we had a really awesome, David, could you take this one? We had a really awesome 3 years there. We loved Munich. We loved living there. And then when our first child was born, he was born in Munich, but we decided after that to head back to the States. We kind of also wanted to.
No, he froze. Uh-oh.
Did Sarah freeze for everybody?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe we'll have the next person go, and when she comes back, we'll have her finish up.
I can go because I was the same year as Sarah, if that's all right.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. My name is Stacy Mann. So I want to say hi to Eric, Sammy, Daniel, and Sarah. We were around the same year. I graduated from Stetson in 2011 with a BA in English and Religious Studies. Right after graduation, I went to Harvard Divinity School and got an MA in Religion, Ethics, and Politics. I wanted to work for the government, so I spent quite a bit of time studying Russian through immersion programs with Middlebury College, which I call summer camp / the Gulag. And then I actually graduated as a United States Secret Service Special Agent in Financial Crimes and Protection Detail. And I transferred to private industry. So I currently work for Wells Fargo under a team called the Transactional Risk Intelligence Group. So essentially what we do is we take money movement and we try to identify certain types of financial crimes activity. So anything from human trafficking to drug trafficking. So that's been really interesting. And I currently live in Denver, Colorado, and I would be snowboarding right now, but I don't know about the rest of the state, but unfortunately Colorado is literally on fire. So hopefully that will improve. Hopefully 2021 will be better than this year.
Oh, wow.
I want to go after the Secret Service amazing human. Hey, everyone. Hey, everyone. Gosh, it's been a really long time. It's good to see everybody. Hi, old school folks. Jeff, how are you? Hi, guys. I'm Wesley Watley, graduated in 2002. So I was the second class of scholars. It's been a long time since I've been to homecoming. I've been living in New York City for the last 18 years. Creative producer for Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. And so for
I
the
lost
last...
your video, Wes, but I don't know if everybody else did.
Wes.
Oh, did you? Hold on. Let's try again. Hi.
There you are. Yay.
Okay, great. Sorry. Been here for 18 years. I've been on 34th Street all year in quarantine. It's been a heck of a year here in New York.
Oh,
but
yeah.
all is well. I graduated with a BM in music, voice, bassoon, French, and ultimately was at Disney and Universal and then got this job at Macy's. I love being a New Yorker. I love living up here. It's been home, sweet home. The job has been special. I currently am in charge of casting the parade, the celebrities, the marching bands, music production, songwriting. I get to see everything on Broadway, which is fun. This year it's been sort of quiet here, but all in all, pretty special existence here in New York. And yeah, just wanted to say hi. I never get to the opportunity. Obviously, it's November and this is my go time, and I need to hop off. I have a rehearsal with a marching band in New Jersey in about 10 minutes that I'm going to be late for. But I just wanted to say hi. And there will be a parade in a pandemic on Thanksgiving. We hope you'll tune in. Not quite sure what it's going to look like, but our hope is to bring the tradition, allow a little normalcy and sort of tradition to our culture when so many lovely things have been canceled this year. But I send love, and Jane, Wayne, so good to see you guys. Cheers from New York.
Wesley, before you hop off, I don't think I've ever met another music Edmunds scholar, so I just wanted to say hi. I also did vocal performance over here.
Oh my God. Sorry, I missed you. Is that Leah?
Leia, over here.
Leah? Hey, Leah, nice to meet you. Pleasure. Come up to New York and visit me.
Oh, I love New York. I will.
Super.
Love you.
Hey, I can jump in now. Wes and I were the same year, so I'm also one of the older Edmunds scholars. I am Monica Messick, maiden name was Pace. I graduated in 2002. I was a business major while I was there. Right after undergrad, I moved to Nashville, where I went to law school at Vanderbilt. And from Vanderbilt, moved to Dallas, where I joined the Texas-based firm of Jackson Walker, a great firm, Texas-based global reach, and I've been there ever since. I started as a corporate lawyer. These days, my practice has morphed more into finance, but still very much enjoy working there. Made partner in 2013. Met my husband here in Dallas, and we just celebrated our 10-year anniversary a couple of months ago, so that's been going very well. And I have to say, attending Stetson to this day remains one of the best decisions I ever made in my life. I'm so happy that I did, and still very close to several of the people that I met there. Just went to the virtual wedding of a friend who lives 3 blocks down the road earlier this summer with a fellow Hatter, and then just had lunch last week with another fellow Hatter. And I'm eternally grateful to the Edmunds and Novak families for the opportunities that you have given to me and all the support that you have done and continue to provide to the school. So thank you.
I think I saw a very old Hatter here, Jeff Hamrick. Didn't I see Jeff Hamrick somewhere?
My old RA, hey.
Where is Jeff?
I'm right here. How are you?
Where's that old man? Another old Hatter.
If you switch to speaker view, then you'll see me as I talk.
Okay.
Shall I go now quickly?
Yeah.
So I'm Jeff Hamrick. I'm one of the 2 original Edmunds scholars, along with Trinity Hundredmark, who's now in Georgia. I studied mathematics, finance, and history at Stetson, and then went on to get a PhD in statistics at Boston University. I got my first tenure track job at Rhodes College in Memphis, Tennessee, which is a school a lot like Stetson. And then was recruited away to come to the University of San Francisco and launch a master's program in data science here. A number of years after that, I became a vice provost here. And now I'm, I think last year I was promoted to full professor, and I'm currently helping our university manage a $60 million net revenue shortfall, which is about 20% of our budget. And as you all might imagine, faculty and an academic culture in general is slow to adapt to the fast changing circumstances of our world right now. So it's been a lot of crisis for the past 6 or 7 months, but that's the hand I've been dealt. And so that's what I've been busy doing. Good to see everyone.
Good to see you.
I'll jump on. Christine Missler, currently Christine Heald. I was, I guess, the next oldest, graduated in 2003 and somehow just celebrated my 40th birthday a couple weeks ago. So feeling very old, but super excited to have a chance. I have not made it back for homecoming. So this was, I guess, one of the benefits of this strange situation is that we've all been able to see one another. So this is very exciting. My in-laws actually live near the Novaks. So years ago, I got kind of the opportunity to reconnect with them. And that was really exciting and meet my first daughter. I studied finance, economics, statistics at Stetson and went on to work in the healthcare industry and started a small healthcare firm, founded kind of their development department and ended up running their the M&A team there and was eventually promoted to the chief development officer. We acquired 2 publicly traded companies, which took me first to Chicago and then to Nashville, and then ended up taking the company public, and then had the opportunity to sort of exit out of that industry and raise my daughter, who is now 5, and I also have an almost 2-month-old, so kind of starting over. So 1 big girl and 1 little girl, and next week celebrating my 9th anniversary with my husband, and we're in Tampa and pretty much have been since Stetson, and time sure flies. So enjoy life to all of the young ones out there. It goes by so fast, but Stetson is a wonderful place to start out, and just feeling incredibly grateful for all the opportunities I had there. It was 4 of the best years of my life, and I got to recently take my 5-year-old back and teach her all about college, and she said, this is just beautiful and this is where I'm gonna go. So I hope that'll be the case. That'd be pretty exciting.
Hi everyone, I'm Maureen O'Shaughnessy, graduated in 2006 with Allison, who's on the call as well. Want to say hi to the Novak and Edmunds family. It's been so long since we got to see you guys, and it's wonderful to see you again. So I was an international studies major with pre-med at the same time. I ended up going to Spain for a year after graduation, trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life, and ended up deciding to go to medical school. So I went to the University of Miami for that. From there, I went to the Mayo Clinic, which is my hometown in Minnesota, for orthopedic residency, and then completed a hand fellowship at Stanford University. And I'm now at University of Kentucky in my 3rd year of practice as a hand surgeon. I have a 3-year-old daughter, and I am 38 weeks pregnant with number 2. So life is going to get more exciting in a week or 2. But it's great to see everyone.
It's great to see you.
Okay, maybe I'll go next because I graduated with Maureen in 2006. I'm Allison McKellar. Gosh, I can't believe it's been 15 years or so. This is so wonderful to be able to be doing it like this. I also have not made it back for homecoming. I'm in Maine. So this is just wonderful. And thank you so much to everyone who's organized it. And thank you to Maureen for reminding me that it was happening and to check my email. And I had somehow missed this. But yeah, so I have 2 kids. They're 10 and 8. I'm living in Camden, Maine, which is my hometown. I'm a member of the city council here, and I do a lot of volunteer. I started after graduating from Stetson, I lived in Latin America for a bit and came back here and taught high school Spanish until I had my second child. And now I'm able to do a lot of volunteer work. Both the kids are home, starting off doing remote schooling. Actually, it's this next week because coronavirus is just kicked up here in Maine. And we all had our first coronavirus tests this week. Yeah, so I do a lot of volunteer work with an organization called New Day Syria. I run a chapter of that here in Maine, and we send medical and humanitarian relief inside Syria. So we do a lot of collecting of medical supplies that are either like oversupply items or they've been retired from local hospitals. And we send them in 40-foot shipping containers actually inside Syria, and that all gets distributed. So that's been kind of an unexpected thing that I got involved in about 5 years ago, but it's just been so exciting that I really devote a lot of time to that now, and other environmental issues like dam removal and things like that here in Maine. So I also am eternally grateful for everything that was provided to me at Stetson. I talk about it all the time. Actually, I've had a number of people from this area have gone to Stetson, probably between like 5 and 10. So that's been fun to get to hear from them as they come back. And yes, just so wonderful to see everybody, and thank you so much.
I'll jump in. So first I want to say I can't believe that Peter and Hunter are seniors because they were my freshmen. So that makes me feel old, I guess, but it's really cool to see the older scholars as well and just hear your stories and see your faces on Zoom. And it's also cool to see Michaela and Jamie and Danny, who were there when I was a freshman, and of course Matt and Sally, I'll shout you out too. Just very thankful for the Edmunds family, and Jane, Wayne, and wonderful to see you. And Jane and Wayne, sad we can't watch the Masters together, but I'll be thinking of you next week. So I graduated in 2018. I was a double major in music and communication media studies and a double minor in sport business and digital arts. And I'm happy to say I'm using every single one of those degrees in my job right now. So I'm a content producer for the LPGA, the Ladies Professional Golf Association. And this year has definitely been an interesting year for everyone, but especially working in sports, because when the sports world shut down on March 13th, I entered my quarantine. I'm also high risk, so I haven't really been able to go to many places during the past 7-8 months, but our commissioner is amazing and wanted to keep our entire team together. So we kept working and kept making things happen. So I do a lot of work with our foundation at the LPGA. So came up with creative solutions and online activities for kids and families to use during the pandemic. And I'm also the partner advocate for St. Jude. So I've been working on some things that we can do at our tour championship with the patients. And I also produced 5 new PSAs that we just had come out the past week with our Drive On campaign. So it's all about empowering and inspiring people through the game of golf on and off the golf course, and keeping my music up as well. It's been nice virtually. Camp Boggy Creek is a place that was really close to my heart. One of the reasons that I love being at Stetson, because I was so close and being able to volunteer there. It's a camp for kids with serious illnesses. So they turned all their programming virtual, and I was able to help film some videos singing songs for the kids during different sessions. I'm also a Koch scholar and helped do a musical performance for the annual banquet. So it's been a weird year, but really blessed to be able to keep doing all the things that I love. And I really couldn't be doing all of that without Stetson and the Edmunds and Novak families. So thank you, and great to see everyone. Go Hatters.
Okay, who wants to jump in? We have a few more who haven't gone. I know.
I can go.
There you go, Sally.
Hi, everyone. It's so good to see you. Hello from Brussels. It is the afternoon here, as Camilla said. Jane, Wayne, Anne, so happy to see you. I mean, same with everyone else, Rena, Woody, Dr. King. and also all the scholars that were there when I was there and before me, and hearing what all the alumni have been up to. Many of you I have not met, but just super cool stuff all around, really impressive, as it always is with this group. I graduated in 2016, so I'm the most 2020, so I'm the most recent graduate. And since graduating in May, I moved to Brussels. I'm currently living. I'm working in the European Parliament as a parliamentary assistant to a Bulgarian member of the European Parliament. It's a really exciting time to be in European politics. I mean, unfortunately, with the COVID pandemic, it's also been a very tough time for Europe and the rest of the world. But there are some big things happening here in terms of a big new budget, a big stimulus package for all of Europe, and getting to be sitting in on all those meetings and seeing how that money will be spent has been really exciting for me. I graduated with a double major in political science and economics, minor in French. So I'm happy to have been using all that since I've been here. I'm really just loving the job so far. We're working remotely right now because Brussels actually has the highest case rate of COVID. And so we're in a second lockdown. But, you know, staying safe and healthy as can be, and I hope you all are doing the same. And when the world opens back up, whenever that may be, and you ever find yourself in Brussels or anywhere in Europe or Bulgaria, where I'm originally from, please let me know. I would love to see it. Yeah, I miss you all so much. And I do still talk about Stetson all the time. I was telling my roommates about it just the other day because I was telling them about this reunion, and just how grateful I am to the entire Edmunds Novak family for the opportunity to study there. I wouldn't be here without you, and I miss you all a lot, and I hope to see you in person one day.
We miss you too.
I can go next since I'm in between the two of them. I graduated 2019, and I'm Matthew, by the way, for those of you who don't know me. I was a math and finance major, and I'm down in Naples working at a small private equity firm as an analyst. It's going well, learning a lot, really enjoying it, and it's been a great experience so far. Naples is a decent place to live, pretty hot, but been able to get involved in the community a little bit, and not much else is that different for me from last year. But yeah, it's good seeing you all. Still very thankful for the Novaks and everyone else involved in the scholarship. It's definitely been a life changer, and it's good seeing everyone.
I can go next. I'm Danielle Sanderson Edwards. I graduated in 2014 after I majored in history and economics with a math minor. After graduation, I taught high school mathematics for 2 years in New Orleans. And then I moved up to Michigan State to do my doctorate, and I'm currently a doctoral candidate in educational policy with a specialization in economics of education at Michigan State University. And my research interests are around geographic disparities in educational access and how public policy can change those relationships. And my dissertation looks at the effects of the school bus as well as permanent school closures on student outcomes and teacher and student mobility. On top of my peer-reviewed and academic work, I also have had the opportunity over the years to directly form policy decisions by providing statistical evidence, because I know there's someone who mentioned they were interested in education and data analytics. And I just want to say some of my best memories and some of the most influential things that I've done happened during alumni weekend. That's how I met my husband, who's also a Hatter, who we got married 2 years ago on alumni weekend. And I'm thankful not only for Jane and Wayne and the support, but anytime I've met Edmunds alumni, this is one of my my most favorite events of the year.
Great. Hi, all. I'm not sure exactly when I cut out. Does anyone remember the last thing I
said? David, take my baby.
Okay. Yes.
Right around that.
I saw a video freeze, but then I thought it was just him, and I just kept talking and then realized no one could hear me. So if I repeat myself, I'm sorry, but I think you guys got, I worked at Google in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. You get the going to Munich part. or was that missed?
Yeah, you came back for the States.
Yeah, so we came back to the States. I joined a company that some former Google colleagues from Atlanta had started kind of around the same time that the office was closed. And that company I still work for. I've been there 5 years. It's a startup called Full Story. It's in Atlanta. They do, I should have a catchphrase for what we do, but basically our goal is to improve experience on the internet by helping other companies see how their users utilize their website, where they get stuck, where they have issues, what's working, what's not. And you're actually able to go in and watch people use your website. So it's more than just like analytics where you just have a bunch of numbers and you say, okay, 500 people click this. I don't know what that means, but you can actually watch them click it and see what they do and see what happens, things like that. So I actually work from home. Well, everyone kind of works from home now, but I worked from home since I started. I work part-time and also take care of these kids. And we've got kind of a homestead going. We had a lot of big dreams when we bought our property. We've got 4.5 acres. Of course, found out it's a little harder than just doing it. So we've, slowly added things. We've got a garden. We've got chickens. We're hoping to get goats next year, which we've been saying for a couple of years now, but we actually kind of have a plan for a goat house. And we also are homeschooling, although our oldest is only kindergarten, so it's not too involved yet. But yeah, my job is the computer stuff, but what I'm really passionate about is food and, caring for the land, being more sustainable in how we grow our food and healthier in how we grow our food. I also enjoy cooking. I like to make a lot of things from scratch. Yeah, I guess that's me. We live up in Northeast Georgia, out kind of near the mountains. So, we don't do a ton of hiking. I'd like to say we did more. We used to do like a weekly thing with friends, but we do get outside quite a bit, at least in our yard, and sometimes out to the mountains and the waterfalls. And where I'm in Clarksville, Georgia, which is near Helen. Some people know Helen. It's like Alpine Village, but we don't really go there. But it's near there. People know it. That's about it.
Thank you, Sarah.
I guess I can go next since Daniel went a minute ago. We're in the same year. Can everyone hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, no? Is it frozen?
Yep, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Yes, we can hear you, Sammy.
Timing.
I think she froze.
Oh, okay.
Frozen. Okay.
But now I can't hear you. Okay, I think I can hear you now again. Anywho, so my name is Sammy. I was a math major at Stetson and also a finance minor. I graduated in 2014. I also played all 4 years on the varsity women's golf team, so that was my most fun part of being at Stetson. After I graduated, I worked for a couple of years in the finance industry, and then I decided to go back to grad school. So I went to University of Florida and got my master's in statistics. While I was at UF, I ended up meeting Kyle, who is my now fiance. We got engaged in November of last year. So it was actually, I think, shortly after we came back to the Edmunds reunion last year. So here he is. You wanted to come say hi? So lots of big things have been happening on Kyle's end in the past year. He finished up writing his dissertation and graduated with his PhD in materials engineering. And since then, we moved down to Melbourne, Florida. We were up in Gainesville. So he could start his new job as a materials engineer at Northrop Grumman. So he's been really enjoying that a lot. So we've been here in Melbourne since June. On my end, I've also been working for Northrop Grumman for about 3 years now. I work as a data scientist. I've had a couple different roles within the company in the past 3 years, but for the past year and a half, I've been in my current role. I'm on what's called the Health Protection Solutions team, which a lot of people at Northrop Grumman is in that space. Most people think of like airplanes and spaceships when they think Northrop Grumman, but our team does work on both the civil side, so like working with the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control, which of course everyone's very familiar with now with all the COVID-19 stuff, as well as another one of our big customers is CMS, which is the Centers for Medicaid and Medicare. So we work to help that agency detect fraud in Medicare payments and things like that. And then we also have a lot of work more on the defense side. So things like monitoring the health of our troops and trying to notify our commanders when they might have a potential health issue among their troops. And then also things like fighting bioterrorism. I work on both of those sides, but my primary project is called Felix, which is more on the latter defense side. So basically that project, we use machine learning to try to analyze the DNA of organisms to detect the presence of genetic engineering within the DNA to find potential bioweapons that people might want to use to hurt people, and we want to be able to stop them. So it's a very R&D focused project. It's sponsored by an agency of the Navy called IARPA, which is very focused on, I forget exactly what they use to describe it, but it's basically they pose extremely difficult problems knowing that no one's going to have a perfect solution, but by encouraging people to work on really hard problems, they can come up with some really useful outcomes. So it's a lot of fun. I have a great team to work with, and I'm constantly encouraged to be creative and try new things. And I feel like I always get to learn new things at work. So I definitely love my job. Since we've been in Melbourne, Kyle and I have been volunteering with a local cat rescue organization called Perfect Friends. So note the pun, it's perfect. And so we've been fostering some kitties that need a home before they get adopted. So Kyle's fetching our current cat. Here. She doesn't like being up. This is Evie. So she's our current snuggle bug. But yeah, I think that's pretty much the highlights for me.
Awesome. I will go next, given I'm close in year to Sammy here. So my name is Jillian Curtis, formerly hi, everyone. I see a lot of familiar faces on here. Super glad to be here. I haven't made it back to Stetson in a few years for homecoming, but virtual has made this very easy for me. So I graduated in 2012 with a finance and economics degree. From there, I went to Washington University in St. Louis, where I got a master's in finance and recruited to a company called Bain, which is a management consulting firm. So moved to Houston in 2013 and have basically been at Bain ever since, with the exception of I took a quick break to get my MBA from Kellogg up at Northwestern University. So I've been here at Bain. For those of you that are not as familiar with management consulting, basically we call ourselves like doctors for businesses. We come in and kind of help a business, whether that's kind of helping them with a growth strategy, helping them improve performance, helping them with kind of a merger or an acquisition, redesign their supply chain, whatever kind of issues, problems the company is having. We as management consultants and kind of like outside experts come in and help them for a few months at a time to give them kind of that outside in perspective and help them kind of invigorate their business. So that's what I've been doing. I love it. I've been 7 years now. I'm a senior manager there and have really enjoyed my time at Bain. So then in Houston as well, it was a move to Houston, and I didn't know anything about the state of Texas when I moved here, but I absolutely love it. And I'm here with my husband. We have a house here, and my husband of now 2 years, and who I met at Washington University in St. Louis. No kids, but we have a wonderful cat who keeps us company. And so very much love what Sammy's doing there with fostering cats. We are very much cat people here. So that is me. Want to give, of course, I know it will sound like a broken record with everyone else saying it, but truly, truly thankful to the Edmunds family, the Novak family, for your generosity and making everything, such a wonderful experience at Stetson and affording us all this opportunity, as it truly wouldn't have been possible without you all. And so super grateful. Stetson is still, my best friends are all from Stetson. My fondest memories are all from Stetson. It truly was the best 4 years of my life, and all of my, great friends. I literally had a Zoom call last week with 7 of my girlfriends from Stetson. And even though we're all over the country, we still keep in touch and kind of have once a month calls together, and I'm so thankful for that.
Okay, I can go next. I graduated in 2015 and then went up to Chicago to Northwestern. I think I was like a year after Jillian maybe, or a year before. So yeah, like we just missed each other. But then after that, I went up to Grand Rapids for a little bit, and then I moved to Spain to teach English for a year, which was amazing. I definitely miss being over there, but now I'm back here and I'm in Detroit, and I just started med school over the summer, which is going great so far. But yeah, just wanted to say thank you, and really happy that we're doing it virtually this year so I can actually see all of you guys, because I don't know that I would have made it back otherwise. So just again, thank you for everything. And I loved Stetson, and still some of the best 4 years. I still keep in touch with everybody from there. So
Your photographs are fabulous, Michaela.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, they're fabulous. They really are.
Yeah, I miss taking those, but
they're beautiful.
So yeah, hopefully I'll see you all in person sometime soon. But yeah.
I can go next. I was the year after Michaela, class of 2016. My name's Dan Humphrey. I am currently a staff attorney to a Florida Supreme Court justice. So I advise the justice on cases pending before the Florida Supreme Court, help him in the drafting of the court's opinions, and do a lot of background research. Before that, I was kind of on the opposite side as far as litigation goes, as a clerk for a United States magistrate judge. So the appellate level is kind of the top level. The magistrate level is kind of the front lines of the trial process. So I assisted the judge there with discovery hearings, everything from discovery hearings to 2 full jury trials that we had before the judge. And then before that, I was a law student at Fordham Law School in New York City. So I got to spend 3 years up there, and then I was a major in political science and economics at Stetson. And while there, I helped with the founding of the Stetson mock trial team. So law has been something that I've been passionate about and doing for a while, but now I get to finally do it in practice. So it's good to see everybody. So many familiar faces. It's very exciting. And just like everybody else said, thank you so much to the Novak family, the Edmunds family. Wouldn't be where I am without all of you guys.
Okay, Jamie, I think you're the one left, right? We can't see you though, Jamie, at least I can.
Okay, sorry. I am per usual fashion chasing the wind.
Where? Who?
I'm near the Skyway Bridge. Just give me 1 second. I can turn my video on.
Is Jamie here?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. There you are. Now we
Okay. Hi. I had to pull over. Like I said, I'm chasing the wind. So I went to Stetson, graduated in 2016, along with Danny. I was a major in chemistry, minor in Spanish. I then went to medical school at University of Florida, where I just graduated last year, really back in May, and I'm now in Tampa for this 1 year. I'm doing an intern year here. It's called a transitional year program, so I'm doing all sorts of different things in the hospital, in the emergency room, internal medicine, some outpatient medicine. Having a lot of fun in the meantime. One of the good things about a transitional year is I don't work too hard. So I've been doing a ton of kiteboarding, which is part of why I picked the program here for this year. I've been getting into sailing as well. Foil boarding, which is like a type of kiteboarding. I just started doing that. All sorts of water activities. Really just having a great time before I do my real residency training next year. So I'll be going into diagnostic radiology at Wake Forest. Very excited about that. And I'll be moving up to North Carolina in June. And like everyone else, just want to say hello to you all. And thank you to the Edmunds family and the Novaks. I wouldn't be here without you.
Okay, I think everyone has had time to speak, right? And
I haven't. My
I'm
turn.
sorry, Ann. Go ahead, Ann.
It's so great to see all of you. Some of you have not met my husband, Ernie, that I met in San Antonio. We got married, it'll be 3 years next month. This summer, we moved from Texas to Tennessee. We are speaking to you from Chattanooga, where I am now a college counselor. And many of you will remember I used to work in college admissions and higher ed. And so it's so heartwarming to hear the impact that Stetson had on your lives for someone that works in higher ed. I'm really enjoying the opportunity to help students make these decisions about where their best college fit is. But it's so wonderful to hear the impact that the Edmunds Scholarship had on you. And I'm sorry, I'm going to get emotional. I wish my dad could hear you all. His hearing is such that he wouldn't be able to understand what you say, but he would be so proud. He would be so proud of all that you have done. I am so proud of what you've done with your lives, the impact you're making on your friends, your family, and your communities. So, so thank you for all that you've done. Thank you for your time this morning. It's just been such a blessing to see all of you. I love following you on Facebook, and just, you know, God bless and take care of yourself during these crazy times. And Rena, I saw that you're recording it, so thanks. I'll see if he can hear some of it, but it'll be good for him to even see faces and I can tell him some highlights. So.
Jane and Wayne, would you like to say something? I think all of the alum and students have spoken, and we should wrap it up soon, right, Rena? So, Jane
Wayne,
and Wayne,
want to say something, honey?
We can go as long as we want to, so that's
Wayne,
fine.
You don't have speaker, your voice, you're muted. You have to unmute.
I
There.
parrot Ann's comments of what it means to see you people and meet with so many on this fortunate COVID gathering. There are benefits, and this is one of the great ones, to be able to see so many of y'all and to follow you. I'm not a Facebooker, so I don't see all the things, the pictures and the this and the that. So to hear it face to face is just amazing. And to go back to the old timers, it's amazing, and it continues. And I look forward to. I think we may be having virtual reunions more, even when we can get together. But face to face is better. But this is sure a tremendous opportunity, and wish all of you the best in your child raising, your professional careers, those that are still going to graduate school or finishing up, because I don't think we have any question about every dime we've invested in your futures have been repaid by y'all. Thank you.
Well,
somebody asked how Dad was doing, and Jane, I'll just say this briefly and then turn it over to you. So many of you know he beat COVID back in March. We started the pandemic with a bang. Ernie and I went to New Orleans for 3 weeks to help take care of him after he got out of the hospital for 10 days. So so the worst part of our pandemic's over, because that was really, really rough. He had his health isn't great, but he's actually started wearing a hearing aid, so he can hear a little bit better now, which is good. So his spirit, now that he can hear, he can be a little bit more engaged. But this program just meant so much to him, and I have many wonderful memories of coming down every spring to meet all of you and see the potential that you have. And it's just amazing to see that you've just done amazing things with your lives and lived up to beyond your potential. So I will definitely, I saw Rena said she's recording it, so I'll definitely see if we can get him to listen, and I can maybe hit some of the highlights and translate for him. So back to you, Jane.
Okay. Well, I will quickly bring my up a little bit up to date with the Novak family, which is very quickly just to say that all is well in Ponte Vedra, and for you current scholars, we are anxious to have another gathering at the beach. And, you know, we're so sorry we haven't been able to have it. And some of you recent graduates, we sure want to have you back. But at any rate, all is well here, and the only thing going on in our lives is our precious grandchild, who has just brightened our lives. She is our joy. And she is a year and a half, and she is the light of our lives, and has just perked our lives up. So, but as far as what's gone on today, I'm just overwhelmed, really, to be able to visit with all the alumni as well as the current scholars. But to visit with you alumni, it's very, very emotional for me. And I have to say, just as Anne, all I could think about is, this is what John Ollie wanted. He wanted what these you alumni were all telling and doing. And he wanted it, he dreamed it. That's what we wanted. It wasn't just John. It's what Wayne and I wanted. It's what Ann wanted. This was what our dream was. And you're living it. And I just got to tell you, we are so proud of you. It's just, I can't even put into words what this day means, and what you guys mean to me, and what your lives mean to us, because you are living what our gift is to you, because you're doing what we wanted. And we thank you, and we're proud of you, and we love you. And I don't know what else to say except that we love you. Okay. And
we are so proud of you. So proud.
We're so proud of you. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. You go ahead, Mike.
And thanks to Stetson. Shout out to Stetson for shaping their lives. Y'all get some credit too.
Stetson is the one. But anyway, thank you. Okay, Michael.
Okay, Rena. I think that's a good way to end it, right?
That was beautiful. I'm wiping tears. I know half of you are as well. We love you all so much. Thank you for this today. Jane and Wayne couldn't have said it better, and a better way to end this call. And I do agree that even when we're back in person, we'll still do a Zoom call. So everyone else who can't be in person will still be with us. This is perfect.
And can we have a copy of this recording?
Yes, I will make a copy available to everyone. And Woody and I took a whole bunch of screenshots. Every time there was a new child and baby, kitty, I tried to get the kitty, Sammy. We'll make it available to all of you. And those of you who registered through the homecoming link, at 10:30 is the President's Coffee. And Dr. Rolke will be making some comments if you want to switch over to that session. And it's also the Alumni Awards.
If you need a second chance with the kitty, here you go.
Oh, let me get it. Everybody smile.
Smile. Okay.
Got it.
So much. Love you guys, bunches.
Love you. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Rena, can you save the chat?
Yes.
Good. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, we have everything saved. Woody's going to help me with that. King of technology. That's why he's here.
Oh, so
Not
great.
so much.
This was really good, wasn't it?
Jamie,
Yes,
are
I
you?
have a question. When you send out with the video and stuff, will we like everyone's contact emails on there? I'm just asking because I saw Miranda, one of the current Edmunds scholars, was interested in data science, so I want to be able to reach out to her and connect if possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we can send the video to the entire group.
And Sammy, if you don't know Jeff Hamrick, reach out to him and talk about your interest. He's the one that's the vice provost at University of San Francisco and applying data science in higher ed to look at their budget deficit.
Yeah, yeah, definitely good. Jeff kind of went more the academia side, and then I'm more on the industry side. So we'd be a good pair.
Fantastic. Hi, Camille.
Hello.
Okay, guys, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
Good to see you guys.
Thanks, Woody and Rena.
And Ann and Bernie, we'll see you Tuesday night on our Zoom catch up.
You'll see me.